We are live.
I'll just start with a quick programming note because I know a lot of you guys listen to Why You Laughing, and the Patreon episode that is up right now is Steve Martin. I think it was a pretty good one. I just wanted to warn everyone: it's labeled Steve Martin, and it is in fact about Steve Martin. You just have to get past the out of nowhere lambasting of Martin Short that for some reason Craig felt the need to interject. So once you get past that soliloquy of his, then we get into Steve Martin finally.
It wasn't Martin Short
So
specifically.
I just wanted to
Two of them-
make sure everyone knows you're not listening to the wrong episode. You're gonna think, what the hell is this? This is the undressing of Martin Short episode. This is not Steve Martin.
Did you
I
watch?
assure you.
Did you watch Martin and Martin yet?
No, that's not the point.
No, that was the point.
It's maybe some of you guys don't listen to Why You Laughing. I'll just give you a quick synopsis. I had an observation that everyone points to Jerry Seinfeld as like the clean-cut comedian that you don't really know what his vice is. But something I forgot to mention, he did date a 17-year-old, by the way. We all forget.
That's true.
Shauna. But like I pointed out, like, yeah, he's kind of a prick. Maybe that's his thing, But Steve Martin doesn't have anything. There are no controversies that I could think of with Steve Martin. I said all the tabloids were even able to pick up on him were like, he got divorced. And Craig, out of nowhere, says, Andy hitched his wagon to Martin Short.
All right, I stand by it now that you're repeating it.
I was like, what? It's like, oh, I like Martin Short. And Craig's like, no, I do too.
I do. I don't like
and then
them.
The show is just at a dead stop for some reason.
It's like their version of bumping mics. I don't like it.
Well, it added a lot to the conversation, I thought. So. I just wanted to alert everyone. You're not listening to the wrong episode. Don't panic. Everyone's going to panic, I know. But, save your tweets for another day. Don't worry.
I stand by it. His one vice.
I do think it's a good episode, though. Why Are You Laughing's been cooking, I hear.
Cooking like crazy, actually.
Yes. Literally, I say I hear because Craig's the only one that he just tells me. I have no idea if he's lying or not. But
I'm not lying. Not like when I was like, man, the chat is bumping.
I know that's all. I've learned that's always a lie. And we will get to your questions today, folks. So if you are in the chat and you are bumping, then feel free to fire away. If you want to, we answer the Patreon questions first, by the way. I feel like once a month we do a Q&A. It works kind of nicely. It's like, you can set your watch by it. About once a month, there's a week where I don't give a fuck about anything in the news. And my boys, Ojeda and Shab and Dalia, haven't done anything funny, or I'm sick of talking about them. So I turn to you people and I say, what do you got? And then I get 50 questions about if I'm really blind or not. And I think to myself, why am I doing this? But
how do you wipe?
I never thought about that. It's an interesting one.
I mean, even the sighted people, how much are you looking at it? I feel it's all by
Craig brought this. Craig has disturbed me with this a couple of times. Apparently, he doesn't check.
Well,
he just gives it one wipe and he's out of there.
No.
Must have the filthiest asshole.
No, you just.
That's probably good enough. That's Craig's motto.
You go by feel on those things.
Yeah. Craig calls his underwear the Martin Short.
Martin Shorts.
Oh, damn. It was right there.
Almost had it.
There is one of our characters I did want to get to. We haven't talked about in a long time. He never really became a character, but we had a couple good weeks of mocking him about a year ago. Do you remember those videos? Those were some of the greatest.
The Alec Baldwin ones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Splenda package?
Alec Baldwin's Splenda packet video, if you've never seen it. It might be the greatest piece of content to ever hit Instagram.
I think so.
It's a man who is being investigated for murder, who's on the brink of insanity. So something came up with his case and made me want to go through his Instagram. And I think I found a couple videos that prove he's still at it. He's still got it running the social media game pretty good. But you sent me something. What was that thing you sent me?
That was a report that came out for the set in general. So we were talking about it on Jerry's show today too. It almost looks like he was getting set up, or someone was getting set up to kill somebody.
Interesting.
Let me pull it up.
It's funny when you know nothing about the people involved. You're like, who would want to kill a fucking whatever she was, cinematographer, whatever her job was.
But the way the way that it was almost like they just wanted either a live round to go off, so it got stopped, or they were like, someone can die. I don't care who.
This movie will never be made.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
says,
rival studio.
yeah. I'll put it up on the screen here. It says, in addition to the bullet that killed Hutchins, investigators found 5 additional live rounds of ammunition mingled among the movie's props and costumes.
Jesus.
Two loose 45 caliber bullets were discovered on top of a prop cart. A third was in a bandolier worn by actor Jensen Ackles. A fourth was in a gun
Horrible
belt.
name, by the way.
Horrible, but
Jensen Ackles.
terrific program. He was on Supernatural for 15 seasons. Great show.
Okay.
A fourth was in a gun belt worn by Baldwin, and a fifth was found in a box of dummy ammunition with Gutierrez Reed's fingerprints on it, who was the armorer.
Right. Oh, was it? What was the woman's job that died?
I think she was just a cinematographer, I believe.
Oh, okay, I had that right. I completely guessed. It'd be great if if this really was a setup, and Alec Baldwin's playing a cowboy. He's just holding a machine gun. He's like, I don't understand.
Yeah. I was telling Jerry, I'm like, this movie's probably awesome.
I bet not. I bet it might be interesting. Like I said, it'd be interesting to watch, just from the perspective of like that one scene would be interesting to watch. Like, oh, that's probably when he shot her. You know?
Yeah. Jerry said that every time Baldwin shoots the gun, he's like, "Was that the one?
Is that it? Yeah.
Is that it?"
They leave it in the movie.
They probably will, and it'll be.
It's the realest death they've ever captured, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be like one of those movie lores, like the one with Wizard of Oz, that if you look close enough, you can see one of the Munchkins hanging themselves, like at the beginning of the movie, like one of those things. Be like, oh, that's the one that killed.
Is that
him.
A real thing? I've never heard that.
That was, but I think it got debunked. But that was.
I assume so. Yeah.
Or maybe it's not debunked and it's real, and I just forgot about it. I don't know.
I don't know. If I think of a midget hung themselves on set, I feel like that's too hilarious a story to not get out there.
It was from like 1931, though.
Well, even that, imagine how funny that was in 1931.
Yeah, all the other actors probably threw like vegetables at him. Ruined our shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the deal? Is Alec Baldwin? He's not going to go to jail or anything, right?
He could face anywhere from 2 to 5 years for involuntary manslaughter.
He'd be a hilarious guy to be in prison. I don't know why. It would just be funny.
Oh, it'd be hilarious. It's gonna be even funnier when he comes out.
Actually, I know why. We could play a video example. We have proof, audio and visual proof of why it would be hilarious if Alec Baldwin went to jail. So you guys probably remember Hilaria. Is that am I saying that correctly? I don't want to discriminate against another culture.
Hilaria? I don't know.
I say Hilaria. I roll my R's when I say her name.
How you say cucumber?
It's the greatest. She really deserves more attention. I'm gonna have to do a deeper dive into her social media for WATS or something, because it's. Oh, by the way, we made cringe of the week.
We did?
Oh, well, I guess I did.
What happened?
Some snitch on here, and it's a Patreon snitch. That's the worst thing. I thought we were all, above board back here. I thought we were upstanding citizens. But Carl found it amusing that I went in with the goal of mocking him and Harrison Young.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, I was like, yeah, all right, I guess there's nothing here. So they got a good laugh out of that. So one of you fucks sent it over to Carl.
We do have crossover now.
That's the problem. That's the issue. I thought they'd all be on my side. I forget they're Carl's people,
Yeah, we have.
They're loyal to him.
He's got a small group of snitches that I'm sure are in there.
Hey, keep your mouth shut. We can have some good gossip back here. I'll tell you things that Carl says off air. If we have a gentleman's agreement here, everything stays on the Patreon.
This is a free episode, by the way.
Damn it. There was one other. I thought there was one other WATS thing I wanted to mention to you, but I can't remember.
About the show last night.
I can't remember, but yes, Hilaria Baldwin. If you're not familiar, if you don't remember this story from like a year or two ago, she, I guess she's just a white lady that has decided she's Hispanic, and they have not dropped it. By the way, like they got mocked relentlessly in the public for this, in the press and everything. But going through their Instagrams, like they still we have a couple examples, but
Hold on, I'll play this for a refresher.
Very few ingredients. We have tomatoes. We have how do you say it? Cucumbers.
My favorite. That's my favorite part. Is jeez, how do you say it in your native tongue? How do you say it in English?
I'm more curious how you say cucumber in Spanish or whatever she's pretending to be.
You know, my question is not just how do you say it. What is English? As a matter of fact, she's just talking like that.
Yeah.
So could you enlighten me? What is English? Where did that originate? So yeah, she pretends she's Hispanic, I guess, or she's transracial or something. I don't know. And that got her quite a few followers. Obviously, being associated with Alec Baldwin put her in the public spotlight. I'm sure she does some stuff on her own, and she's very close to a big milestone on Instagram. And while Alec Baldwin is being investigated for murder, basically, right? They could have charged him with murder, possibly.
Yep.
So that investigation's going on. But Alec says, hey, that's old news, man. That happened over a year ago. This is what I'm focused on.
Is this the one with the daughter?
I think they all I think they all represent him pretty well.
These are all in the last few days.
Yeah.
Go. Follow my mom on Instagram. Please and thank you. Today's the day.
Creepy.
Today's the day.
So they're trying to, I don't want to spoil Alec's pitch because he's going to make it in a second, but I guess they're trying to get her to, she's at 990 something thousand followers. And her birthday, oddly enough, January 6th. Conspiracy? I'm not so sure.
They don't focus on that though.
No, they certainly don't. What's the next one? They're all in this theme, by the way. This is not, if you think I'm picking on one video with a kid and it's like, oh, that's sweet, he made a video with his child. Not quite. He's very insistent on this milestone.
Hey everybody, it's December.
Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Couldn't you clear your throat before you started recording?
Well, that's the thing with the video before. My favorite thing is always the beginning of the videos when you hear someone go, all right, go.
Alec, I think they make it pretty easy to edit on your phone now, right?
Usually,
Cut that out.
Cut that part out.
Do that again. Hey everybody, it's January.
Jesus, Alec, hold on, you got to start over.
I can't. It's Instagram. We gotta let it roll. There's no rewinding.
You can't start over?
No, I can't. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. That's the annoying thing about Instagram videos.
This is an outrage. Yeah, I would think Alec Baldwin has a team working. Well, evidently he has a team that has duped him into thinking they're doing something because he's telling someone to start over.
Yeah. So like, if I can pause it, but it'll just resume right where I left off. But I just started it over.
All right.
Just so you know for future.
Very good.
I hate fucking Instagram.
Hey everybody, it's December. Do that again. Hey everybody, it's January 5th, the day before my wife's birthday.
Oh, that's very exciting. I want to know, did he record this in December and wait to post it on January 5th?
Well, he
or
might
did he
have
just
thought
forget what month it was?
he could have thought he was going to be behind bars at this time, so he wanted to get this all scheduled.
It's very important to get this out there. This is an important message. Even if he's in jail, this needed to happen.
It's my wife, Hilaria's birthday tomorrow, January 6th. We don't attach the same significance to January 6th that other people do.
Oh, good.
We just say it's Hilaria's birthday. I would like to ask you a
Thank
favor.
God.
I would like
Hold on. A favor? He's coming to me. Alec Baldwin is coming to you and me and everyone with a favor.
What could it be?
I've got a favor to ask of you. Oh, Alec, well, you've done so much for me. What can I do for you?
I do like that. It says comments on this post have been limited. So
I think that makes sense. Yeah, I can't imagine why.
You a small favor, and that is my wife is just. It seems like she's just centimeters shy of 1 million followers on Instagram.
Oh, that's so
And I would
exciting.
like to ask.
gosh.
Oh
Wow.
my God! Right at the goal line. Let's push her over, folks.
Is that it? I hope people are unfollowing her when they see this.
Imagine. So there's like Portnoy will do this. Like, hey, I'm almost. But like, Portnoy's whole thing is that like it makes sense for him to be like, hey, get me over 3 million followers or whatever. But for Alec Baldwin to be like so out of touch that he's going, hey guys, I got a favor to ask of you. My wife, she's almost at 1 million. Aren't you excited for her?
Well, I kind of feel bad for him because she's like, just fucking post a video and help me out.
Here's the thing I assume about Hilaria is that Alec Baldwin has had, he's had ass all over the world, and apparently she's the best. What she must do to him in the bedroom must be wild for him to be this type of puddle of goo now at age 60, whatever the fuck he is.
Show me your how you say cucumber.
Well, she wouldn't. She has no idea what that is. She wouldn't even know the analogy. She wouldn't understand it.
That's true.
But like the level of pussy whipped that this guy is to be like, hey gang, if we could all rally around, please. I think it's very important that we all get Hilaria to 1 million. Wouldn't that be great for all of us if we could rejoice in seeing 6 zeros up there?
I want to know how many followers she's actually currently at.
Well, there's no way to find out.
A way to find out. Instagram. Let's see. Hilaria Thomas Baldwin, real Spanish sounding.
Thomas?
Yeah.
Maybe that's her maiden name.
Yeah, which is very Spanish and foreign.
Yeah.
We found out today. Jerry loves this too. So he found out that his her mom.
Did you guys talk about these same videos?
Not these ones.
Oh, thank God.
Just her in general.
Yeah.
And found out that Hilaria's mom works at like Mass General. She was born in Boston. I think she grew up in Newton or something like that.
Yeah.
And her dad is like an attorney in Boston. Like they've never been anywhere but here.
Well, but I don't think they're of Spanish descent, are they?
Thomas sounds very foreign.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think they're of, like, if I just started speaking Italian, it would be absolutely silly. But I do have Italian ancestry, I guess, so that would be my excuse. But I don't even think she has Spanish ancestors.
No, I don't think so. Thomas is as white as it comes.
Let's hear this pitch. He's going to convince us. Guys, we're all going to want to subscribe by the end of this pitch.
Ask you as a birthday gift or even just gesture to my wife, would you follow her on Instagram? Obviously, I love my wife. Obviously, I'm crazy about my wife. Obviously,
excuse me, pretty please with sugar on top, if you wouldn't mind.
Did you kill someone on set of one of your movies? Just follow my wife.
Please follow my wife. No givesies backsies. It would be great for her birthday. If we could celebrate. For she is a jolly good fellow.
A great sales pitch would have been, I might be going to jail soon. So if you want any updates on me and my time in prison, follow my wife.
Guys, before they give me the chair.
I'll say about people we're in love with. My wife's the most fabulous person I've ever met in my whole life. That's true. That's true. That's definitely true.
Boy, that is not a guy that's had to rehearse that over and over again, huh?
Yeah, she doesn't have a gun pointed at him.
Alec, who are you convincing? She's the greatest person I've ever met in my life. That's true. That's true. He sounds like Rain Man. It's definitely true. Definitely
it's true. I swear to God.
It's true. Definitely true.
The gun he killed that woman on the Rust set is probably being pointed at him just off camera as he's saying this.
Maybe it was Hilaria. Maybe this lady looked at him the wrong way or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I would like as many of you as possible. I would like a really great surge of people to follow my wife on Instagram. Just say happy birthday to my wife.
I don't know why that gets me.
Would you do that for me?
It sounds like he's pitching because he's using the same voice that he would if he was talking about, raising money for cancer or something.
Mm.
He's using the same inflection. Like, I think it would be really, really, really great if we could all band together. Let's all link arms and hit the follow button on Instagram for my dear wife.
I think he's more intense in this Instagram video than he was in The Departed in any scene.
Oh, I mean, in The Departed, way more. He was a fun-loving guy in The Departed.
He's just
You married?
He's crushing beers on the driving range.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a zany guy in The Departed. Here, he's very intense. This is more like this is like Jack Donaghy that has been castrated, essentially.
Would you follow my wife on Instagram? Please.
Now this feels like a deep fake. Like, I feel like we're making this up.
Please.
Pretty please.
Please. Thank you.
Now I'm extending my pinky. If we could all promise, pretty please, to follow my wife. Alec, what are you doing? You're one of the most respected actors in the last 30 years. People loved you. What the fuck are you doing?
If you say Alec Baldwin 3 times in a mirror, I think you get magically whisked away to the rust set and shot by him.
No, if you say Alec Baldwin 3 times into a mirror, you just start speaking Spanish for inexplicably. This is a computer. You are streaming on internet.
This is how you say computer.
Jesus Christ! Was that the end of the video?
Yeah. I got 2 more. One is with the baby.
Yeah. Well, hold off on that one because you guys probably think, listen. All right, if he got swept up. He's an older man. He doesn't know how Instagram works. Someone obviously has a team there. The person he told to edit that video, and they didn't. So someone got to him and was like, Alec, it's kind of embarrassing that you're begging people to follow your wife on Instagram. Well, that message was lost on AB.
This video that I'm about to play, I can rewind. I think he posted it as a reel, and that's why.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Always nice when Craig gives us a little look behind the curtain.
Just letting you know.
What's he doing back there?
You can't see it, so I'm just letting you know. we can play with this one.
Okay, you can tell we got a little party action here.
Alec, you just started. What are you not ready for the video? Oh fuck.
And the one he came up with was party action.
He's about to piss himself with nerves right here. Does he need to get her to 1 million followers to avoid prison time?
It's what it seems like.
Like, jeez, guys, I'm begging you. This is my last chance. Just follow her on Instagram for the love of Christ.
It's for community service.
Okay, you can tell we got a little
He even snaps.
party action here.
Yeah.
Party
Hold
action.
on. Can we tell that? I can't see, as you've so kindly pointed out. Party action going on behind him?
What you're missing is a couple balloons.
He's wearing one of those pointy hats.
Yeah. There's a clown outside the window just making balloon
He
animals.
takes the noisemaker out of his mouth. If I could get serious for a moment here.
Party action here. A little party action here. Okay, so we're getting close. We're so close. We're so close.
Oh, I can taste it. I can just taste it.
It's acting like it's his account. Like he gives a fuck about this.
This is a guy that plays one of the best characters on one of the best shows at like mocking society and things like this could legitimately be Jack Donaghy begging the public to follow his wife on Instagram. Could easily be an episode of 30 Rock.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too is she's 5 years older than me.
Why is that funny?
Because he's ancient at this point, and she's so young.
Well, I mean but that goes to my point of that is why he's behaving like this. I think
Oh, he's trying to be cool and hip.
He's got his mind in such a pretzel. He doesn't know what's what anymore. She
got
has
it.
sucked the sense out of him.
We're getting close. We're so close. We're so
Again, it's like we're finding a cure. Guys, we're right at the goal line here. We're on the cusp of some big breakthroughs. If we could just get with your whatever you can afford, whether it's $1 or 1,000, I think we can find a cure today with your help.
I mean, honestly, if you were like, "Hey, Al, can you promote this cancer research, fund?" It would have way less passion behind it than this.
He'd need to be paid for it. He wouldn't whore himself out like that.
Be like, please donate to baldness for a cure.
It's sad because I like Alec. I'm a big Alec Baldwin fan. I think he's a great actor. But Jesus Christ, what have you become, Alec? And I don't know. I didn't follow enough of his stuff before. Like, was he always this big puddle of goo? Because all I really knew about his public persona before this was punching out paparazzi and calling him the F word and calling his daughter a pig on voicemails.
He's a great guy.
So I don't remember this sap that's like, hey, gang, if we could all band together.
He's trying
Hands in.
He's
Hilaria on 3. Uno, dos.
Yeah, he's trying to come across as a family man to like probably help with his jail sentence.
Oh, he certainly is. All right. I mean, he hasn't convinced me yet. Guys in the chat, let me know. Are you close to following Hilaria on Instagram? Because I think by the end of this pitch, he's going to get all of us.
My wife had 1 million followers. I want to really, really try. Is that a better shot? Okay, there we go. My wife had 1 million followers.
By the way, this party he's talking about, there's no one here, and he's talking to himself when he says, "Oh, is this a better shot?" There's no one there.
I just want you guys to have the full scope of things. The party has left because they found out that Hilaria was not yet at 1 million followers. So could you please? My baby is having a sad birthday.
Pulled out a squirt gun, and the whole place emptied out.
Oh, she's not at 1 million yet? Well, let's hit the bricks. Sorry, sweetheart.
Alec Baldwin has his own podcast.
Oh, yeah, for a long time. He's on, I don't know if it's still on NPR.
He has the voice.
Here's the thing.
Oh, that explains the voice.
He's had Tim Dillon on.
Recently?
I think it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I would not have.
It was after the shooting. I know that.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, he gets guests still. He has new episodes. He's right now he's promoting new episodes. Like Cheryl Hines is going to be on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Followers. I want to really, really try. Is that a better shot? Okay, there we go. My wife had 1 million followers. I really want to get to 1 million from my wife. Sure. I bought her other birthday gifts, but I really, really want to get her to 1 million.
As if we were worried.
Oh, thank
Alec,
God.
did you not get her anything?
Thank God, Alec. I thought she was, thought this was it.
I thought she was going to be a sad 38-year-old girl on her birthday.
Listen, I have a lot of legal fees, and this is the only cost-effective present I can think of.
Investigators have been really jamming up. My assets are frozen.
If he gets us to 50,000 followers, we'll stop talking about him. How about that?
Sure. I mean, if he gets us to 1,000 on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do, Alec?
Yeah, please.
We won't make fun of you. We swear.
We'll stop.
Then we'll be like, look at the good work this guy's doing. What a charitable...
He's great. Rust is going to be an Oscar-nominated film.
I already know it's great. It's the greatest movie ever made, I think.
It'll be huge in the box office, I think.
It's a shame that lady got in the way of those bullets, but
she wrecked that. Her screaming wrecked that shot.
Yeah. I mean, if she wasn't fucking just wandering all over the place.
People forget the bullet went through her and into some other guy.
I actually literally did forget about that.
That's what's always not funny. But...
He took out he literally used Dwight Schrute's method of killing Bin Laden and Hitler and Toby or whatever it was.
Yes.
For my wife. Sure. I bought her other birthday gifts, but I really, really want to get her to 1 million.
No one panic. I just want that to be clear. I mean, I may have scared you guys. She did get other birthday gifts.
I really, 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 really want her to be at 1 million followers. How many followers is he at?
Two something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I only know that because I checked when I started watching these videos today.
Let me see. He is at 2.5 million.
Yeah.
How the fuck is she even at 1 million? What does she do?
She has people doing her bidding for her.
Still.
Hands across America. Let's all gang together and follow Hilaria.
Should I start doing this, trying to get like Mike followers?
You should. Yes, that is what you should be doing.
Please.
Howard Stern taught us that. You should be going door to door and say, "Will you please follow us?"
Follow Mike VGS.
I you know what probably contributed to it is I bet a lot of people followed her when the whole accent thing was a story.
True. Because if he's trying to get her to 1 million, I would have been like, well, he's easily got 10.
Well, not so fast, my friend. He's a charitable guy. He only has 2.5 million, and he's willing to, share some of those.
But I really, really want to get her to 1 million. We're close. It's like 996,000. So,
Is it a loss for words?
please follow my wife on Instagram.
Hold on, we gotta rewind that last pathetic beg.
With the pause.
Craig,
I
know
know
what to do with this one.
I know.
Um,
Going right in there.
so,
I'll put it right after the all rights.
Just let me hear. Yeah, that's perfect.
996,000. So, please follow my wife on Instagram. I can do this again.
What did he just say? Did he just threaten everyone? I'm not going to do. Don't make me do this again.
I think that's what he said too, but that can't be. Let me hear it again.
Please follow my wife on Instagram. I'm going to come back and do this again.
Oh,
I don't think he meant to post this one.
I'm going to come back and do this again.
He looks at his gun.
It's an old timey revolver. What do you think I got this?
I don't understand how these get posted.
I am 1 for 1 on kills.
If I barely have any followers on Instagram. If I posted a video where I was like, let's start this over, everyone would point it out to me. He has 2.5 million followers. How is he not realizing that these videos are up?
I have no fucking idea.
I'm gonna do that over, actually.
Well, to be honest, it's unless he starts over right after that, because we're only halfway through the video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there's more?
That'd be actually hilarious if he's like, all right, guys, party town, as you can see.
This time he thinks he's starting the video over and we hear him like turn on crowd noise. As you can hear, it's pretty raucous over here.
I'm going to come back and do this again. Till we hit that goal. Remember the old Jerry Lewis telethon? You're too old.
I forgot about this part. This is bad.
Again. You're too young.
Now,
I'm old enough to.
Like I said, I don't know if all you guys listen to Why You Laughing or not, but we talked about Jerry Lewis a few weeks ago. And Jerry Lewis could be a bit of a prick, as we talked about. But what the telethon was for was kids with was it multiple sclerosis or muscular dystrophy? I forget.
I forget too.
One of the two. MS or MD, I can't remember. And it went to I would say very good cause. If the money is being used the way that they say it is and everything, I would assume that's a very good cause to try and find a cure for some of these kids. That's kind of exactly what Alec's doing here today as well.
I'm not seeing muscular dystrophy.
Okay.
But I'm realizing, how he says, "Oh, I'm going to do that again."
He meant he's going to come back. Like, if we don't get there, you motherfuckers, he's threatening us with another video.
Well, no, yeah, that too. But then after he like misspeaks and then starts over, I think that's just the actor habit in him, just like re-hitting his line.
Oh, interesting. Someone in his mind yelled "cut."
Right. Or he's like, wait. Let's get the good shot.
Line.
that would be so funny. You just hear in the distance be like, 1 million
I'm trying to think of how you say 1 million in Spanish, but I couldn't come up with it.
How you say CN? No, that's 100. I don't fucking know.
Do this again. Till we hit that goal. Remember the old Jerry Lewis telethon? You're too old. You're too young. I'm too old.
What the hell's he talking to?
You're too young. I'm old enough to remember.
See, listen, he like says it and then starts it over to get it right.
You're too young. I'm too old.
Hold on. Alec doesn't think he could possibly have a follower on Instagram that's his age.
He's showing his age right now.
You're all too young. Obviously, you're on Instagram, so you're all 25 years old. No one remembers, 10 years ago when the Jerry Lewis telethon was on.
Flapjack in the comments says this is going to be the world's longest podcast outro in a couple months.
Well, it's supposed to be longer. I requested I wanted Judge Joe Brown in there, Jerry, Bob Costas. There were a few others. So it's supposed to be longer, technically.
It will be. One of these days, I'm going to get that other computer out here.
It's Craig's Apocalypse Now. It's going to break it.
Yeah.
You're too young. I'm too old. I'll say that again. You're too young. I'm old enough to remember the Jerry Lewis telethon. And I'm not comparing this to the Jerry Lewis telethon.
No, Alec. That's literally what you did. Let's go back a few seconds if you could, Craig.
He did, and then immediately went,
because he literally said, this is like... I can't say I did great in English in high school or anything, but a simile is a comparison that uses like or as.
Yes.
So I believe it's what we call a simile in the biz. I know in that household, they're not too fluent in English, but I'm pretty sure that that's what he does here is literally comparing two unlike things here.
I wonder if when she like talks normally when no one's around, he like goes, you better keep that up here. Or you're going to slip in public.
You want to lose the accent?
She has to play dumb. She doesn't know what ketchup is anymore.
Telephone.
Oh, I didn't go back far enough.
She puts pants on her head. Everything's for. She has no idea what anything is.
This is how you say a hat.
She's making calls on a shoe. Is this not what is this for? Well, she's like Borat. What kind of dog is this?
This guy killed a woman on set with a gun, and this video has made that the second craziest thing he's ever done.
You go back in the archives of the Blind Mike Project. Third craziest thing.
Yes. Splenda Package is number one.
Yeah, I assume the Splenda Package was the name of that episode, so it should be easy to find.
It was.
But he loses his mind over a Splenda Package, so it's not the first time he's lost it on Instagram.
Yeah, go back, watch that. I suggest watching the video on YouTube just so you can see him, because he has it. The alleged Splenda
He's
Package.
giddy with excitement. Again, to compare, like he's treating Hilaria like, this is a cancer fundraiser. He treats that Splenda Package like it's a newborn. Like it's thank God, I was so worried I'd lost it.
She wrote me a note on a Splenda Package. We spent a lot of time on him saying package and not packet.
Splenda Package? This Splenda Package. She wrote a lovely note on this Splenda Package. But yeah, go back. He claims he does not compare the two, but I think if you just rewind a few seconds, we will see that he may be wrong.
On Instagram. I'm going to come back and do this again.
Or else.
Do this again. Till we hit that goal. Remember the old Jerry Lewis telethon? You're too old. You're too young. I'm too old. I'll say that again. You're too young. I'm old enough to remember the Jerry Lewis telethon. And I'm not comparing this to.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
technically,
he didn't do it.
Technically, he didn't. I mean, obviously, he is by bringing it up.
Yeah.
But I put words in his mouth. Technically, he didn't compare the two yet.
He puts bullets in others.
Of course, by saying, you guys remember the Jerry Lewis telethon. Why else would you bring it up if you're not comparing them? But
yeah, he was just like, yeah, you guys remember that? Anyway.
I like the idea of Alec Baldwin breaking into song. Like Jerry Lewis used to do big musical numbers on that telethon.
Yep.
Be great if Alec broke into song here. 1 million.
Who would be his Dean Martin that could just walk in the background right now?
Well, it would have to be like Steve Martin or Tom, one of the SNL guys, I think.
Yeah, it would have to be someone that was on the show.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe no, it'd just be Steve Martin and John Goodman. Just everyone who hosts a bunch.
Just does the scene from Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah.
Put that phone down. Instagram is for closers only. Instagram's for followers only.
My wife's.
First prize, you get a great follow on Instagram. Second prize, a set of steak knives.
With them in that sense, because that was for a very serious illness. But I'm going to keep coming back live. I wish I had a lot of celebrity guests like Jerry did.
To do what, Alec?
This is the push.
Hi, this is Robert De Niro. Would you please follow Hilaria Baldwin?
Imagine going up to like somebody. He like go up to Matt Damon or something. Hey, I need you to do me a favor. He's like, sure, anything. And then he has to explain. My wife needs 1 million Instagram followers.
Matt Damon's like, I've already made people fucking buy into a crypto exchange.
And this is worse.
How devalued could my word be? I just like, yeah, this is Tina Fey, and if we could all band together to follow Hilaria Baldwin on Instagram.
Yo, it's Tracy Morgan. Follow this dude's wife.
Honestly, it's the example of an irrelevant thing. Like if you were making up a cause that no one gives a shit about, it would be follow my wife on Instagram. Follow my middle-aged wife on social media.
I love this.
I wish I had a lot of celebrity guests like Jerry did. But this is the push, the big push. I want to get my wife to 1 million viewers. I'm in 1 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Instagram dancers. Da, 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 da. They're all shaking maracas.
Yeah, naturally, every room she walks in, all you hear is.
Oh, that's right. We're way off. He would have to get like George Lopez, and
You'd have to get George Lopez. It would have to be catered by like On the Border. Like,
imagine how insulted George Lopez would be if he's like, "I have to. You want me to do what? I'm hosting an event to get this woman Instagram followers."
Me and my friends call her white toast behind your back.
Push. I want to get my wife to 1 million viewers. I'm in 1 million followers. So,
I mean, at least he's realistic. 1 billion viewers, that's crazy. I understand that not everyone is going to watch every video. I'm a realistic guy.
Actually, I feel like getting that would be easier to get someone to watch something 1 million times than 1 million followers. Just catch one thing to go viral.
Jesus Christ. I'm hung up on the celebrity aspect of it. Because he sounds like, boy, I wish we could have celebrity guests.
Shumel Buckman in the chat says she's not Spanish, she's from Boston.
I know she's from Boston. What I'm wondering is, like, are her, grandparents Hispanic or something?
No. Well, maybe, but like seriously, that accent is bullshit. Like,
oh, of course, yes. No, I'm well aware of that. I'm just saying, is there any out for her where you're like, all right, I have to concede that at least.
Let's finish. There's like 5 seconds left in this.
Followers. So, please follow my wife. Okay, you can tell we got a little.
Please follow my wife.
Please.
And to my followers, I want to let you know that I am safe and that she is treating me well here. I'm being fed.
Roscoe says her abuela is from Lowell. That's very funny.
Yes, treat this as if it's her quinceañera. Really go all out for this.
This is the last video. I cannot pause and rewind. I can pause. I can't rewind.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a fun one that shows you, like, we've lost him. Even if he just has to do probation or whatever, if he's off scot-free, we've lost Alec Baldwin, I think, and this video proves it.
Cuerpo Ave música, mi cuerpo, ave música, mis manos,
Is this Spanish or is it like Italian?
Judging by it depends on how she's feeling that morning.
Oh, actually, you know what? Read the caption for this one.
Finishing off 38. Oh, she types like she fucking pretends to talk. Finishing off 38, all wild and glam with Alec serenading us in Spanish, Elvis style. He did his rendition of Los Politos right
Okay, yeah.
before. At least Hilaria is amused. So they
I believe
named
there's a hashtag after that, no?
no.
Oh, damn. I thought you had some funny hashtag with it.
No, but I like how Hilaria named her child Hilaria without the H.
Oh, I thought she was talking about herself.
Oh, I hope not.
I thought she was talking about herself in the third person.
I'm assuming the kid's name is Hilaria
Oh, okay. That's got to be exhausting.
because
I said Hilaria.
yeah, exactly. At least Hilaria is amused.
Okay.
Thank you for all the early birthday.
I think that's just how she's Hilaria. She doesn't say the H because of course, her accent.
And she finishes the post with Feliz Noche de Reyes.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Oh, it's not a hashtag. I was sorry.
So she's not giving up. She is Spanish to the core. She probably looks at George Lopez as a poser and people like that.
Yeah, he gets programmed.
We should get her on to talk about Mencia.
Ooh,
Can you believe his real name's Ned Holdness?
yeah.
What a phony, huh?
Her real name is Hillary Thompson or Thomas.
Let's play a little. I think you get the gist, but let's play a little more of this song.
Clap, clap, clap. Mis pies, oven, tap, tap, tap. Mi boca.
To call this Elvis style is insulting to the king.
Well, that's the language barrier. That's all.
As you meant Elvis Gerbach, former Ravens quarterback.
I'm looking at the comments. I'm waiting for someone to be like, you know who will never have a kid this young?
What?
Just talking about the woman he shot.
Oh Jesus! My mind didn't even go there.
Yeah, it's just me. But we were talking to the woman who died, Hutchins. Her husband is now an executive producer on Rust.
Jerry talked to him?
Huh?
You said we were talking to him.
Oh no. We were talking this morning. I thought I said we were talking.
Are you done mourning yet? How's the grief process?
Yeah, but the husband's an executive producer, and I'm like, wouldn't you want to get as far?
Oh no, yeah, we talked about that at the time. I remember. My theory was that like it's some deal financially so that he doesn't sue them, basically.
Right.
Like they're gonna pay him as an executive producer on a few things, blah blah blah.
But he's not actually gonna be. That he's brutal.
Yeah, I can't imagine he has to do work.
He was on set.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, I told you on my desk by Thursday. What don't you understand about that? He's getting reamed out on the set.
Accidentally steps on like brain fragments that they forgot to pick up.
Yeah, so Alec Baldwin is losing his mind. I might have to. This is the bind I'm in here. Do I now bring this? I do a social media show. Do I also bring this to Carl? Can I talk about it twice?
Sure.
That's the real pickle I'm in. We just talked because we talked about him last year, and I feel like it's good to get an update on when someone is this deep into madness.
It was probably about a year ago.
I think literally right about this time a year ago. Yeah.
If Splenda Package pops up on YouTube, maybe I can play it for a split second.
Splenda Package.
I doubt it's gonna.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't think that was ever adapted to YouTube. It didn't get big enough.
All right. So if you type in Splenda Package on YouTube, the video of this program pops up first. So
wow. What a feather in our caps, huh?
Yeah. So you can go see it.
Oh, all right. That was fun.
Ooh, I did find it.
Before we get into you have the video?
It's 5 minutes long, so I don't know where he starts talking about it. Do you remember?
Go watch it on your own time, folks. We did it last year.
Yeah.
Before we get into questions, I did think I know Kirk and Dave have been breaking news on this Brian Walshe story, murdering his wife. And then I saw Barstool tweeted out a video. I don't know that I'd heard all the searches, or at least I hadn't heard them rattled off like this.
Yeah, they tweeted out or put out a list of all of them.
Yeah, so this is some woman. And by the way, speaking of The Departed earlier, to anyone that criticizes the accents in Boston movies, listen to this bitch. Don't tell me that no one talks like that.
I mean, that's what I always say. Like when I hear it, I'm like, nah. That's some of these people sound
Some
like my
people do
uncles.
talk like that. Like Martin Sheen was over the top, but like Leo and Matt Damon, like their accents were fine.
Yeah, firefighting queers.
But yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, Brian Walshe may have murdered his wife. It's inconclusive. I'm not an investigator. I'm not going to pretend I have any insight into it. But here are some of the things that he searched on his computer.
It was on his son's iPad, so I'm thinking the son killed him.
Oh, good. The son should go to. I hope the son goes to prison just for this asshole. But, all right. So I'm sorry. The son's computer. These are searches that were made. Oddly enough, around the time that she went missing,
like 10 minutes prior.
It's crazy.
On January 1st, he searched how long before a body starts to smell.
Okay, hold on. We should go through these one by one, I think.
Yep.
How long before a body starts to smell? That is an interesting concept. I'd be curious about. It's possible I would search that.
Yep.
So I gotta say, prosecution, 0 for 1.
You know what?
You're allowed to search that.
I mean, who hasn't woken up at 4:55 in the morning and done that immediately,
Certainly. I do it every day, actually.
Yeah.
I think, is it still the same?
At 4:50.
Yeah, 3 minutes later, by the way, is this next one.
Hold on. He's feverishly. He did 3 minutes of research on the smell of a body.
I want to know, be like, why is my iPad battery draining so quickly?
Kirk pointed out when we were talking about this the other day. Throw in, who was the Cowboys quarterback before Troy Aikman? Something not about murder.
Yeah, be like, what time does Subway open?
Yeah, right. What time is it in Bangladesh right now? Just make it seem like you're a curious guy.
What time does the grocery store open while I'm currently here in Iowa? Or somewhere else where there wasn't a gigantic murder recently.
Oh, right. Yeah.
8 a.m. How to stop a body from decomposing.
All right. Now that's a little suspicious.
Well, hunting. You can go hunting.
I have to say, is Google going to tell you, step 1?
I don't want to search that one.
Here's how you chop up a body. How great would it be?
Hiding Bodies from the Cops for Dummies is a top-selling book.
How great would it be if no one would believe this guy, but he's like, listen, I produced a podcast for this guy that made me search shit. We've literally done that to Craig here. Just make him search weird shit in case something happens.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I looked up. You know what?
I mean, mostly child porn.
No. Actually, I did Google. You made me Google something about hiding my wife's body.
Oh, but that's what he says now, folks. We'll find out she's been missing for 3 days.
I think we'll have to go back to. I'll have to look it up and then we'll revisit that.
See, Brian, that's why you listen to this show. If you were just listening to this show, you would have known a year ago how to get rid of your wife.
How great would it be if it came up in court? It turns out he's just a giant fan of Blind Mike Project.
What if that was the one? Like, it's the list we're about to hear, and then it's Blind Mike Patreon.
That would be great. We get like, what drew him in? They'd all subscribe.
You get a lot of press, yeah.
At 20 a.m., he searched how to bound a body.
How to what? A body?
Found a body. But the best part is the first two, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything or make any faces. How to bond a body. He just starts shaking his head no, like that's not true.
Yeah, that one. Come on, lady. That's ridiculous. Why would I search that?
Yeah, the other one was for hunting purposes. You know, how long before the I didn't know the word carcass at the time.
Well, explain why she wasn't bound. I mean, I don't know where she is.
At 5:20 a.m., he searched how to bound the body. At 5:47 a.m., 10 ways to dispose of a dead body. If you're
That was the one. I think I said this on Kirk's show. I like that he wanted 10 ways.
Well, I mean, you gotta have options.
Right. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's not my favorite.
I mean, he could be sifting through like inner city ways and be like, I'm in the suburbs.
I'd be curious to know what he decided on, because it's like, oh, maybe they had the list wrong. Did you find that number 7 was better for you than what they deemed number 1?
Yeah, he gets did you find this helpful?
Oh, yes, I did, actually.
Yeah, it's strictly ran by like stadies or feds. Like, did you find this helpful? Yes. All right, we got 'em.
Extraordinarily.
If you say yes, that's when they just go right to your house.
Right.
At 6:25 a.m. on the 1st.
Hold on, he took like an hour and a half off.
Well, you have to have breakfast burritos.
What the hell are you doing, Brian? Taking a nap?
I know he took 45 minutes off.
Well, still, that's a big gap. Maybe it takes a long time to read the 10 reasons.
10 ways to dispose of body. He probably went, well, all right, let me go through this. Walked up to the dead body in his basement and was going through him, looking at her, be like, is this doable? I don't know.
That'd be a wacky movie montage. You see him bringing in a bone saw. That doesn't work.
Honestly, this could be made into a comedy movie.
Oh, for sure. Because he's such a fucking idiot. He's such a dumb character.
Like Nathan Fielder should make this because it needs to be dry, because it's not meant to be funny.
That's what, yeah, Nathan Fielder would take this guy, make him search all of these stuff, like frame him for murder.
Yeah.
If you really need to. At 6:25 a.m. on the 1st, how long for someone to be missing to inherit?
Now that's oddly specific.
This next one is the dumbest search. This next one is so fucking stupid because obviously you can.
Okay.
6:34 a.m. on the 1st, can you throw away body parts?
Yeah. I mean, listen, in Boston, you can bring a couch out to the street and they'll take it.
What's what I mean? Like, obviously,
a desk. They'll take a bunch of shit. So, like, why not a body?
They won't even know. Just throw it in the trash.
Right. I like the idea of that answer coming back, like, if they're under 6 feet. Like, what did you think the answer was going to be?
You get an email from Google and the subject says, "We can't help you anymore."
She's 6 pounds too heavy for the garbage man to take her.
Yeah, UPS won't take it.
I am getting fucked at every turn here.
29 a.m. What does formaldehyde do? At 9:34 a.m. on the 1st, how long does DNA last? At 9:50.
How long does DNA last?
Baldwin Google search, still probably crazier. It's possible.
Easiest ways to get my way. How much are fake followers?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he probably did do that.
What do 4,000 followers cost?
To be honest, though, if it came out that he bought like 500,000 followers, I would not blame him.
I mean, you have to. You got to meet your deadlines. Jesus.
Deadlines and just get her to shut up.
You got to get there by your birthday.
Yeah.
9 a.m. Can identification be made on partial remains?
At a certain point, I wonder if even he laughed, like, this might be the search that gets me in trouble.
Yeah, the next one. Will the body ever be found behind the Stop and Shop?
You just type in where it is, you fucking moron. Good hiding places for bodies.
At 11:34 a.m., dismemberment and the best ways to dispose of a body.
I would say he's persistent because he didn't find the results he was looking for with the first 6 searches.
Or he thought he did and it didn't work, and there's just someone with like hacksaw marks in his basement.
That's great. I love that though, because it's very relatable when you have to rephrase the way you ask a question for Google.
Yeah.
You know, like who starred in this movie, and then you have to go. Oh no, I mean, what I meant to say is, did Tom Hanks star in?
My goal is to make this a comedy movie.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It could easily be done. The only thing is you have to put like an accomplice in there.
We'll talk to Nathan Fielder, Sacha
Yeah.
Baron Cohen,
Yeah.
and Stuttering John, the big three of. Stuttering John says those guys ripped him off. So
just, just imagine the scene though when he's like, "All right, what do we do now? Google this," and the guy's like, "Great, that's a great idea. We're on to something."
the guy that's telling him to Google everything is in the courtroom just laughing.
He bought it.
I can't believe he did it.
At 11:44, how to clean blood from wooden floor. At 11:56 on the first, luminol to detect blood. At 1:08, what happens when we put body parts in ammonia?
He's like, hey, the blood was from someone else.
I like the lady's like, "Do I have to keep going? We got it, right? He's stupid."
Just looks up. She's like, I mean, there's a lot of these. You want me to keep going or what?
Lime juice. Are the rumors true?
Next one, he took a break. He Googled Hilaria Baldwin's Instagram. He then Googled, is it Hilaria or Ilaria?
1 p.m. Is it better to throw crime scene clothes away?
Hilaria Baldwin, country of origin.
That's actually a funny one. Is it better to throw crime scene clothes away or wash them?
It's just like a blog from fucking Feidelberg. like, what do you think was going to come up?
Yeah, the next one is golden hour. What's that about? Oh, that was it.
Wow. So yeah, he's a lot of people have pointed it out, I know, but it was just funny to hear them all listed like that. I hadn't heard that yet.
It is funny that he shook his head at like the most innocent one. Like, I didn't do that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How to bound a body? No.
Like, as if I don't know that.
Just go somewhere deep into the woods, dig a deep hole, as Norm Macdonald said in his special. He's like, it's always
deep grave.
He's like, they're always found in a shallow grave. Like, oh yeah, 2 sticks and a leaf. That's not Janice.
Yeah. Would you like a cheese sandwich?
I play all coy with that funky colored, multicolored ball. God, me doing stand-up. That's one of my favorites ever.
Should we get into these cues?
Sure. So,
by the way, folks, blindmike.net, we answer the Patreon questions first. If you want to subscribe to the Patreon, get these episodes early, get Why You Laughing episodes early, get bonus episodes of Why You Laughing, Quincy, whatever other nonsense we decide to do on here. Go to blindmike.net, subscribe to the Patreon, or you can find free links to the podcasts. Blind Mike Project, Why You Laughing? WATS should be on there soon whenever Apple gets their thumb out of their asses. It's easier to Google how to dismember a body than it is to go Google who are these socials, Apple Podcasts.
You want me to just put it on Apple for you?
Well, that's the thing. It is.
It
We're
is?
just waiting for it to show up.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. But anyways, blindmike.net, all of that will be up there. Support the show for free. 5-star reviews, subscribing on YouTube, tapping the notification bell, all that helps the algorithm, as they say, and then we can get more eyeballs on this puppy. So do all that if you'd be so kind. We appreciate it.
Yeah, do it. First question, just so he doesn't hang himself from McFuss Daddy.
Okay.
I've wondered this for a long time. How do you shave? And I don't think he means face.
Why wouldn't he mean face?
Because you shave on your face.
I would think he does mean face more because generally I'm not right now, but I'm often lined up pretty well. But when that's the case, if that's what you're wondering,
he does mean face. He said
that's a barber job.
Barber job. Oh, okay.
But I will say, much easier than because I just feel. I never understand.
See, it's all about the feel, baby.
Well, this is much different than wiping your ass.
I mean, when it hurts to wipe, you're done.
I'm not ready to dive into that just yet. Folks in the chat, react to that, please. To maybe I'm crazy. When it hurts to wipe, you're done. The shape that his asshole must be in.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you said that out loud to anyone before?
I mean, I just thought it was funny to say out loud, so I said it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Craig's underwear looks like one of Michael Jackson's victims from the Warthog.
Worse. Much worse. Because there's hair involved as well, apparently. But yeah, no, I go by feel. I will say if I'm trimming, I usually leave that to the bar. That's why you see me so scraggly now. I'll leave that to the pros. But pubes, same thing. You can go by feel. That's why I never understand people with like that miss a bunch of spots. It's like maybe you don't see it, but you feel it, right?
Yeah, sometimes like if you know,
I've definitely missed hairs and gotten them later for sure. But
yeah. If this is from Michael,
just to go back 1 second, I like that McFuss Daddy said he was going to hang himself if I didn't answer that. Like he's been so intrigued by that.
Yeah, that's a very
How
important.
does he do it?
Very important question.
He's Googling.
From Michael, if you're almost blind but not completely blind, wouldn't the sunglasses make it way worse?
I mean, I wear them on here just because I got goofy eyes, pretty much.
But I feel like brightness would make.
Yeah, I wear them outdoors when it's sunny out, but I don't wear them all the time. Like I'm not gonna walk out into my kitchen wearing them.
Right.
You know.
Yep. Z-Beeb, do you know that you aren't actually fat? You mention it a lot. You're a good-looking dude. Stop being down on yourself.
Aw. Thanks, buddy.
Do you want the complete opposite from a response to that?
No.
Okay.
I know it's there, and now I know I have both sides.
It's a woman, by the way, that wrote that. You're just killing it lately.
Oh, wow. All right. How do you know it's a woman? Wasn't it ZB or something?
Z-Beeb, the profile picture is a woman, so.
That could be. They could be all a ruse.
It's allegedly a woman.
I appreciate that, ma'am, or young lady, but I'm definitely, I could lose a few pounds. I would say I'm E-Rock fat, if you listen to Opie and Anthony, where like they literally would call him on vacation and make whale noises at him and ask him how the krill was. And then when you see him, you're like, yeah, he could lose weight, but Jesus.
Yeah, if you want to see very good Ben's response, join the Patreon.
Yeah, that's a good tease. Yeah, see the opposing theories.
Z-Beeb again. How did you get introduced to Who Are These Podcasts, and how does their fan base compare with others that you've been affiliated with?
I found them. I think the first time I ever heard of them was Cumtown mentioned them, and they were like, these fucking guys out of Rochester were making fun of us, and then they made fun of them back in a very funny way. But I wanted to check it out, and I remember watching it like, oh, I thought they were wrong, but I was like, this guy's kind of funny. And then the next I had heard of them, they were going after Opie. And that's when I was like, oh, this is great. I will say, though, it was harder. Like, they've gone after podcasts I like, and it's harder to listen to those episodes because I don't want them exposing things that I haven't noticed, you know?
Right.
What was what's the fan base comparable to?
It was, how does their fan base compare to others that you've been affiliated with?
Well, I mean, I think anyone of them that hasn't listened to the Kirk Minahan show, I think would like it. Like that seems like a very similar vibe to the Minifans, I would say. That's honestly probably the closest comparison I can think of.
I think they're nicer.
The Minifans?
No.
Minifans are all very nice.
No, they're very nice, but they'll be very mean online.
Oh, well, go on Reddit. Yeah. That's true of every fan base.
That's true. Ray the Toll Taker. What do you think about the Army's Decision to select the V-280 in the future long-range assault aircraft competition.
I noticed you laughed. So I don't. Is this a gun guy question?
No, it was just a question. I was like, I don't fucking know.
I have no idea.
Phil McCooch, do you have any regrets in your time, quote, in the business? What would you do over if you could?
Well, I've said this before, but like, I got when I was an intern for Barstool, I got too like lazy or comfortable, whatever you want to call it, and at a certain point, I was content with just like doing what I was doing every day when I should have been trying to do a podcast and shit like that. Like I was afraid to ask for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
When in hindsight, like they would have let me do whatever I want. And back then, I probably could have got it on the blog because Dave didn't know what the fuck podcasts were at the time. So I've said that before, but definitely that I would think would be my biggest regret.
Chef Lewis, are you headed to DabbleCon for a business trip? We can open a GoFundMe and Craig can drive you there.
Haven't been invited. No invite for the boys.
No invite.
There's there's no Ojeda section of DabbleCon.
That's true.
So hey, we wouldn't even want to go. Don't even bother inviting us, Carl. We no interest.
How dare you?
Yeah.
When is it?
February 3rd and 4th, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to go anyway.
Carl, you're missing out.
You really need to do a Why You Laughing on the whole Windy City Heat movie prank.
I jotted it down. I saw that guy's comment and put it in my notes. I don't know much about it yet, but I will look into it.
From Flapjack, what was the 500 subscriber goal again? Shave your beard, maybe, or is it playing whose whose mouth is warmest with the VGS boys? that was a reference to our show this week.
Okay, all right. I don't think we settled on one for 500.
I don't think so. I think
my beard's been shaven before.
Yeah, I think 600 was the tattoo, right?
600 was originally live show, but no one subscribed because of that.
That's true.
New subscribers don't even remember that I said that, so fuck them.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
From the Warthog, do you think Julia Louis-Dreyfus's post Seinfeld career was helped by the fact that Elaine was the least caricatured character?
The Warthog could just text me that. That makes sense, but like she had the same thing.
I wrote it.
Yes, thank you. Sorry. She had the same thing as that was literally a plot line in Curb, that she was dealing with the same shit that like Jason Alexander and Michael Richards were. But yeah, probably because she's not a cartoonish character. She was just a funny lady, you know?
Yeah. Mike, I believe this is Nipples. Not a question, but a comment. You could maybe do a Why You Laughing short on Jerry Clower or out of Macomb, Mississippi.
I don't know if that's a reference I'm not getting, but I could look into him.
We'll find out.
What was the other thing I wanted to say? Who can remember? Go ahead.
Okay. I was like, we're thinking. Grumpy Pete 78. I recently re-listened to the Tough Crowd episode, one of my favorites, and was wondering if you've ever given thought to a Patreon follow-up episode like Matt Reese. Definitely
possible. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a Colin Quinn episode.
I think that basically he just wants us to play and laugh at funny clips from
play more clips of Tough Crowd.
Yeah,
that would definitely be a Patreon one. But yeah, we could definitely do that
for sure. Ted's got a few.
Okay.
Why does poor Craig catch so much heat on KMS?
I think it's funny.
Makes one of us. Why aren't you more forceful in defending your loyal producer?
Why do you think?
Are you happy with the status of the Blind Mike project after 2 years?
Yes, much more than I thought I would be.
Do a majority of Blind Mike Project patrons actually engage in the content, or is membership really a tip jar?
He asks this every month. I don't know what he wants me to give as an answer, but I've said many times, yeah, if you're not enjoying the content or you have no interest in it, we've said from day one, don't worry about it. We appreciate it, but don't bother subscribing. So I'm happy with the engagement, and we have more people listening for free than we do on the Patreon. So I would assume that means some people are listening. But yeah, he has that every month. I think he wants me to be like, no, I'm
Yeah.
really sad about it.
As I'm reading all these questions of engagement, after taking down Clemmer's, I'll rephrase this so I don't get attacked. After taking down someone in Clemmer's life, who is Craig's next target?
That's a question for you, my friend. I don't know. After you so mercilessly bullied them.
That was, by the way, Ted, that was the one time Mike actually did defend me. Was that question?
I don't remember it that way. I think you assaulted them.
Oh, right, naturally.
Yeah, no, that was crazy that he was mad at Craig.
Was Alba hurt by Kev asking if Kirk wants to go out on the boat while her father waits humbly by with his dreams of the open sea?
That's very funny. Every time I'm over at Alba's parents' house, he's just like looking at his fishing rods.
Ideas for Why You Laughing episodes. Artie Lang,
For sure.
Bob Einstein.
Yep.
Radio fights, that's actually a good one. Jim versus Opie, O&A, Howard, Howard versus Artie, O&A versus...
Yeah. All those for sure. I would say O&A, the breakup of O&A will be probably pretty soon.
Yes. Best SNL celebrity monologues.
I mean, for me, any of the like Louis probably.
Yeah, that one doesn't grab my nuts.
I thought he's had some good. I like that Craig's interjections on comedy are always so strange to me. Like in the last 2 days, he's decided to slam the work of Martin Short and Louis C.K.
Oh no!
Meanwhile, God forbid we mention Dane Cook or Crystalia, and he pipes in. They were actually pretty great.
Crystalia.
Oh yeah, you've defended Crystalia's work.
No, I said
mostly off stage.
Louis' monologue was the best one I've ever seen on SNL. I said this subject as a whole doesn't grab my nuts, is what I meant. Sorry. Anthony Jeselnik.
Was he on SNL?
No, that's the next topic.
Oh, he meant that as a top. I thought he was just asking me as a "Why are you laughing" topic.
Yeah,
that'd be a tough one. Best monologues.
Yeah, no,
because usually they suck.
That's what I mean. The only ones I can think of recently was Chappelle's, and I didn't think it was particularly funny.
That was fine.
It was fine. Bill Burr's I thought was great when he was talking about.
I mean, it's the stand-ups. Like Mulaney's had some good ones.
Yeah,
Louis.
exactly. And the last one he suggested was David Spade.
Yeah, it's a good one. At some point, I'm sure. I don't know if he's. I'd have to learn more about him. Like, I don't know how interesting a guy he is. You know,
it could be interesting going from SNL to like his Farley movies and all that stuff to whatever the fuck he's doing now.
We'll see. I'll look into it.
I don't know how interesting of a maybe like a Patreon exclusive, possibly. In the next 5 years, will Brendan Schaub still be trying, quote, to do stand-up, or do you think he tries to transition into more of an entertainment/media personality role?
Interesting.
I think
I don't think he quits.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Dude, that we saw Laugh Boston, which is like a popular place to see stand-up, and it wasn't even close to full.
Yeah. I don't know. But there are places he plays like theaters though, right? Boston might just not be his city.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, apparently it is. He named his kid after Boston.
Yeah, very bizarre. I think he sticks with it, although like I've become a guy that kind of roots for Brendan Shaw. Like I love making fun of him. But if he one day broke out and just shit on everyone, like
I would love it.
If he wins, if he has one over on us and shits on the people like us and really has like a good one, I'll be happy for him.
That would be great.
You know, like if he kind of has his redemption, I'll enjoy it. So I'm rooting for him in a weird way. Like I would like to still make fun of him, of course, but I think he does stick with stand. I think he's very delusional, so I don't see him quitting.
Next question is just Sam Hyde ?
Yeah, I didn't get that. I looked up to see if there'd been any controversy. What am I missing with that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know much about Sam Hyde.
Roscoe, is Craig jealous of your newfound partnership with the host of WATP? Feels like he is.
I agree. When Carl was on, my God, Craig jumping in all over the place, stepping on, saying, "Hey, get out of the way, blind fuck.
Yeah.
Let me and Carl take the reins here."
Hey, Carl, can we rap for a few seconds?
Yeah, no, it was humiliating. What a fanboy Craig turns into. So yes, you're right, Roscoe. I think he is very jealous.
He's a handsome man, that Carl. I want to talk to him. That was the last of the Patreon questions.
Shall we go to Twitter?
These usually are the one when they go off the rails.
Oh well, I think it might be the same guy, Roscoe. Also, because I asked him to clarify because I didn't understand it. He asked about he said, "Why are your shows so short?" Which I didn't understand because we usually do minimum an hour, but like we've been going an hour and a half lately.
Yeah, we haven't.
A couple weeks ago, we did like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's been like minimum hour 20.
But he made a point that I understand, so I'll explain to people. Sometimes at the end I say, like, do we have time to get to this? I'm literally asking Craig if I'm just being mindful of his time. So that's actually me being cordial.
Say that again?
That's me. If I say, like, hey, do we have time to get to the Dalia shit or whatever? I'm literally asking you, like, do you have to go?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am doing this at work.
Right. Yeah, so that's me literally asking if he has time.
Right. And I don't need Bruce Mittman being like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Craig's bigger than us here, folks. You just have to remember that.
No, but the thing is, I'm just like, leave me alone. Let me stay in here. That's what I say to him. Let's see. Is there an egg shortage these days?
I have taken on a cause I was not ready to handle.
I've seen.
I am being flooded. I now understand why the media covers up stories. They just don't want to deal with the headache. Start burying your heads in the sand. I'm sorry. I'm not the guy to take this on. But yeah, they're smuggling it over the border now. People are sending me articles every day. If I haven't responded to you, it's because I don't have the manpower over here to respond to all the messages I'm getting.
But we've been, going through all the emails and the DMs and everything.
I've got a team of people responding day and night.
We had to revive Matt from Rhode Island just to get on top of it. From Kirk's Painter, scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Cullinane?
0. I like Cullinane.
I like Cullinane a lot. Oh, here's that question that we were just talking about, so I'll skip that. What more do you need from me? This is from Cullinane Shoulder Blades. # blind Mike to Gutfeld.
Oh, so for the folks at home, that's the guy that keeps tweeting. I mentioned a few months ago that my grandfather, he doesn't know what podcast, like he has a vague concept of what podcasts are and everything. He doesn't really understand it. And he goes, you know what show you should get on? Gutfeld. I think you'd be great on there. Which just means like he wants to see his grandson on the show that he watches at night, I'm sure.
It'd be pretty great if you got on.
It'd be hilarious, but I would know nothing that they were talking about.
That's why I would be so funny.
I don't know, Greg, but have you seen the Dalia documentary by any chance?
Just have an earpiece that's fed to me, and I'll just give you as much as I can.
Yeah. Greg, I don't mean to get you off topic, but have you seen Psychic Natalia? That's what I've been focused on lately. But yeah, so this guy, what is it, Cullinane Shoulder Blades?
Yeah.
He's been tweeting relentlessly at Greg Gutfeld. Anytime the Greg Gutfeld show tweets, he replies with some variation of "have blind Mike on," which I do appreciate. So I need nothing else. You're doing a good job.
Does Cullinane ever rub his junk against you and make it look like an accident?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
You know what? I hate him a 3 out of 10 now.
He waits till I'm sitting down, so I'm right in line with him.
He tells me that was just his lunch bag. What do you expect life to be after KMS?
I mean, hopefully I'll still be podcasting. Maybe everyone will leave me in the lurch, but I would like to still be podcasting. I'd also like to make this into a real operation. That's the ultimate goal. Because I think I like doing this show more than I did at a certain point. Like I've enjoyed it more probably the last 6 months or so. But I think like Why You Laughing like is a legitimately good podcast. I've never really said that about anything that I've done on my own, but I think it's a good show. So I'd like to make that into more professional operation, I suppose.
Yeah, you have to start coming up here.
That's
Starters.
when you think professionalism, you think Craig's house.
You think delightful studio. I look like $1 million right now.
Yeah.
I'm not reading that. Have you started The Shield yet?
I get this every month too. No, and I probably won't.
I got to read that. I watch that show because I know we do this every time too. I've heard nothing but good things.
So I'm sure it's good. I'm sure Chickless is great. Well, I will say I probably say this every time too, but I love in Always Sunny when Dee tries to do an Obama impression and it's just a racist like black guy impression.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm a white woman. I can't do a black man. And Dennis says, I can impersonate a black woman. Name one. And she goes, CCH Pounder. And he does like a spot on CCH Pounder. God damn it, Dutch.
James Hamill. The Pelican Brief show was very good. Will you be making Craig write cute ideas letters to comedians and other personalities in order to get your name out there?
He should already be doing it. I've told him to be going door to door.
I should just write handwritten letters, spray them with perfume.
If you actually did that, I wonder how many followers you'd get. Like, people would have to check it out, right? If you went to their door, like, hey, listen to the Blind Mike Project.
Yeah, so I have to stop my other mission of going, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah. And now you're recruiting. A percentage of people would have to look, I think, if you slipped a note under their door.
Yeah. New logo is fire.
Oh, thank you. The Gearhead logo?
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought this was a parody account, the show Twitter, because it says blindmike.net on the top now. And I was like, who the fuck is that?
I just switched it. I thought it made sense.
Yeah, no, it does. But at first I was like, oh, that's different. That's new.
Yeah. If you like those Gearhead logos, folks, go to blindmike.net and get yourself a shirt or a hoodie.
Yeah, do it now. What do you miss most from working in the radio business?
Oh, nothing. I didn't really work in I've worked in promotions in radio. It sucked. I would go on, like I was on with Arcand and Patrick Gilroy in the middle of the night a few times. Like that was kind of fun, but I don't even pay attention to sports anymore. So I watch football. That's about it.
Did you listen to Kill Tony? Do you have opinion on Michael Lair and his passing?
No. Oh, so he's a Kill Tony guy. I've seen that name.
Yeah, he was on Kill Tony.
I know, and I saw someone saying like, "Oh, he's a legend. Rest in peace." I don't really know him because I know enough about Kill Tony. Like I know David Lucas and Hans Kim and the other guy. Can't think of his name. William Montgomery. But I don't know who Michael Lair is.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. There's a very funny video. I think he's in a wheelchair, and I think I don't know what he has, but he's slow. But so Luis Gomez makes fun of him.
Okay.
Here's the clip here. His response is actually very funny.
Okay.
Oh, Louis J. He's giving you 2 thumbs down. Grab that microphone, Michael. What do you think about Louis J. giving you thumbs down right now?
Hey, man, I'm not, it was okay. The joke writing was all right. The delivery was a little slow, if you ask me.
You look like a fucking hot dog.
You look like a hot dog?
You look like a fucking hot dog.
Well, he'll be sorely missed.
That just made me laugh.
Rest in peace, old friend. A disabled brother.
Yeah. What's the price of eggs these days?
How dare you?
Um,
It's too high. I'll tell you that much.
way too high.
Actually, you know what? It's fine. Again, don't
oh.
worry about it. Stop worrying about it.
So I actually didn't catch what this was. People tried to cancel Stephen A. Smith for saying Beyonce is better than Rihanna.
Yeah, so I tweeted about this. I was literally asking, I was like, what happened? Because I couldn't find anything. So I guess he went on, I forget whose talk show it was, but he went on somewhere and said Beyonce is better than Rihanna. And I don't know what Rihanna's fans are called, but they really, it was a Lamely type situation where Rihanna's fans revolted, and he posted like an apology video, and then I think he took the video down and just said like, "Hey Rihanna, I mean you no disrespect."
Didn't he blame someone who runs his Twitter?
Yeah, he said, my social media team won't be posting anything like that again. But my understanding was it was just a video of him saying it. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then, of course, he has to go over these like, all I was saying was that I think Beyonce in 2013 and 2016, those were two of the greatest Super Bowl halftime shows ever. It's like, do you really think that, Stephen A? Were you like, wow, this is glorious?
Let's see. Flapjack in the comments wrote what he wrote on the Patreon underneath that other comment, that mean thing. So I just want to reiterate, if you want to see what he said, go to the Patreon.
All right. Well, no, and now we have to hear it. Craig seems to really want to tease it. So let's
No, because he's been in the comment section and in the live chat, and I know it's bugging him, and I think that's better.
Sir, I want Craig to read it, and he refuses. So that's it's his producing instinct at this point.
So if you want to see it, patreon.com/blindmike.
Give me the gist.
He's just calling you fat.
Okay, all
right. He said, "What's your BMI, fatso?"
That's very mean.
And then he told me to suck it because he wrote it on Twitter instead of Twitter.
I don't care for that kind of talk, sir. That's very mean.
That was way meaner than the one on Patreon.
That's why sometimes it's just fun. Like people give me shit for. Kirk and Dave are giving me shit, and people on Twitter too, because I call that Sammy P guy a dork on Twitter.
Dork's a great word to call.
If you read it like I'm a 1980s bully, of course I sound ridiculous.
Dork's a great
That's
word.
obviously not how I said. I was just like, he's being a fucking dork. So to call someone a fatso is very funny. Tell me, fatso.
Oof, this is a tough question.
What's that?
Instead of pizza face, do blind people call people with acne book face or reading face?
What am I missing? I don't know if I get it.
Because it's like Braille.
Oh.
Maybe it was smart. Maybe it was a smarter question than I thought.
That's not bad.
Stumped him.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Braille. I don't usually use Braille, so I wasn't thinking of that. But yeah, it's a good. It's a good one.
Why aren't you blind?
So I've been getting a lot of these lately. Maybe it's because we've got some new people here that didn't know me before or something. I feel like we've solved the blind issue for a while, and now all of a sudden I'm getting the same questions again.
I think because you're like, how do you not know? And then everyone's like, oh, let's just keep asking them.
I guess so. But it's funny. You can tell when they're genuine. And sometimes it's like, hey, are you really like, they're not being dicks. They're like, hey, you're really blind. So I'm just like, what would be the benefit of me calling myself this? I don't understand that.
Have you thought about doing a Bigfoot hunting show with Craig? You wander around in the woods and Craig is in a cargo van monitoring trail cams.
That's actually an interesting idea. Even take out the Bigfoot element, just the way like Michael and Dwight went into the woods.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting idea.
Why do we shoot our heroes? Has your ability to hear increased? Additional follow-up. Can you hear Dave get an erection every time Cupcake is mentioned?
Oh, I think America can. Yeah, I think you can hear that through your headphones.
Oh, here's a great question. Do you know what Salma Hayek looks like?
Yes.
God, she's so hot.
Lovely gal.
Yeah. Has anyone ever told you that you laugh like Muttley?
What's Muttley? Not familiar.
That the cartoon dog that laughs.
Oh, is that what Jon Stewart said?
Maybe.
I think that was his comparison.
Oh, then maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what that reference is.
Oh, second
So
time.
yes, only one man.
Yeah, second question, or second time this has been posted. Why do we shoot our heroes?
Why do we gun them down?
Yep. Is Kirk right that you are going through something right now that is impacting your mental health?
No. I feel like that gets brought up every few months, and I'm never aware of it. I'm like, oh Jesus, do I seem off?
Yeah, I think you seem.
By the way, have you listened to Who Are These Socials? The last couple episodes.
I listened to about 30 minutes yesterday. It was right when that guy was talking about why people leave him or cheating on his girlfriend or whatever.
By chance, have you heard any of the jingles?
I heard the intro.
No, that's not the one I mean. There's a couple of jingles we play throughout the show, and there's a woman that sings on them.
Mhm.
And a lot of people have asked me, and I have a hard time disputing it, but I really don't think it is. It sounds exactly like Linda Marks.
Oh, yeah, it does. Now I know. what
like,
you're talking about.
like, I can't believe that it's not her.
Yeah, no, I know exactly. I thought that too, but I was like, "There's no way that's her." So I didn't.
Right, it wouldn't make any sense, but
Can you go to the Super Bowl too? Show won't be the same without you.
I imagine I could pay my way there. I don't think. Put it this way: they wouldn't be afraid I'm going to burn down the hotel this time, which is a nice feeling. They don't think I would destroy the company. But no, they wouldn't fly me out there. I don't even work for them.
Fuck, Mary, kill Hitler, Julie DeCaro, Tommy Smokes.
Hitler, Julie DeCaro, Tommy Smokes. Boy, that's interesting. Whew, that's a tough one.
Each category is tough to fill here.
God, yeah, wow. That might be the first good fuck, marry, kill I've ever heard.
Kill Hitler, right? But then you're like, wow, Julie DeCaro is still around.
Julie would be intolerable.
Yeah. Did you fuck her once or do you marry her?
I might have to.
You gotta just once get rid of her, kill Hitler. Just
kill Hitler for the good of humanity, I guess.
Yeah.
Kill Hitler, fuck Julie. And I think me and Tommy could grow to like each other.
Yeah, honestly, get him a wig. There's a porn star that looks just like him. Not bad.
Yeah. Watch some Yankees games together,
Yeah.
We could bond.
You actually blind.
So here's, I think here, because they were saying I was in a bad mood because of some caller or something. Here's the problem I have is reacting when someone just says hey, are you more blind now or when you were a kid? I have a hard time making that. I have trouble helping them with their bit.
Mike, take it easy.
I mean, I don't know how to make it funny, so I'm just like, no, what are you talking about?
Relax, dude. You're flipping out right now.
Don't you? Not you. But you see what I'm saying? I'm just I don't know how to respond to this over and over again.
Yeah. Wire to Wire asks, would you rather fuck 8 Craig-sized horses or 1 horse-sized Craig?
Craig-sized horses, I think for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what the noises he would make. I have no interest in that.
Something like, oh,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, I'm not having that etched in my mind for the rest of eternity.
I wiped a few less times, so it's easier for you. That's
God, I didn't even think of that. Oh, well, he'd be well lubricated, apparently.
Very clean. I'm not looking after every wipe. I'll look after the last wipe.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. That's the real takeaway from this show is that Craig's asshole is filthy.
Big Fuss said he's
itchy and filthy.
Big Fuss said he says 1 horse-sized Craig could happen today.
That's mean-spirited again.
That's fucking hilarious. All right, we're at the why. Is Mike a titzer guy or an ass man?
You know what? You know what I am, fellas? I'm a brain guy more than anything. I like a
Ugh.
woman's mind.
Disgusting.
I think it just depends on put it this way. A nice set of either could be appealing to me. You know what I mean? Like if you have no tits, but you got an ass on you, or vice versa.
Got to be an ass man.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a real preference.
I'm an ass man.
I'm not an anal sex guy. I have no interest in it for whatever reason.
'Cause poo.
Yeah, that might be the main. Yeah, I don't like going down there, I guess. I always related very much to the imagery that on Opie and Anthony that Anthony would give when he would talk about the idea of a finger going back there, and he would mention that he's hip checking and squirming. I could immediately related to that. I was like, yeah, I get that.
If you guys want to know about ass play, talk to Matt from Very Good Show.
Is that right?
He'll take a digit.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can't feel it. I can only imagine the horror that's going on back there.
Unfortunately, the broad needs to get about elbow deep before she finds the butthole anyways.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That was the last one.
We've scraped the depths. So this was a fun show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
There was something we missed. I thought there was that Sammy guy, but there was nothing there, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
McFuss Daddy says join VGS or die.
Who?
I don't know.
Me?
I don't know if he's talking to you or people listening, but either way, yeah.
I don't like whatever you've done to them. I don't care for it because like McFuss Daddy Sheffield, these are my guys. They're nice guys. I like these guys.
Mm.
And then you have riled them up into some sort of horrible deviance for some reason.
A show gets a nice following of psychopaths. They're actually psychos, known as the VGB. So you guys should
calm down when you're here, gentlemen.
Shock Jock Craig and the VGB.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Craig and his shock jockery. I can understand that getting you all whipped up into a. Do you call them the pests, Craig?
Yes, I do. No one knows where it came from, so it's nice.
Yeah, the VGS Army. Whoa, they're crazy. Look out for these guys.
No, just the Very Good Boys.
Hold your wee for a wee coming in February.
So we were gonna we meant to actually like just do that. We were just like, all right, Mike just keeps calling Shock Jocks. So we're gonna find like startup podcasts in different markets and just start trashing them.
Should.
I know. I think we're gonna.
Yeah, just steal the whole premise of WATP. Go ahead.
No. They capture everyone. Like I want to find someone that put out their second episode and just start
go after their ratings.
yeah, exactly.
Well, folks, if you wonder what we're talking about, go listen to a Very Good Show, for goodness sake.
Fuss said, Mike, don't start a war you aren't ready for.
See, why is he doing that?
Our show's
Make
fun.
him stop.
Contrary to popular belief, our show is fun.
He's a nice guy. Why would he speak to me like that?
I don't know. I knew something was up with him when he's in the back of Justin's car screaming, "Oh, really?" through a megaphone. I was like, that's my guy.
I don't know if I was awake for that.
I was just, I didn't see it. I was informed it happened.
Oh, wow. I watched most of that somehow, but yeah, go verygoodshow.org, folks, if you want to be part of that mayhem over there, the shock jockery.
Join us.
And like I said, blindmike.net if you want to come over here. And that is it. We will talk to you guys next time. See you never.
And we have a mean transition.
Sappers clear the way. Airborne all the way.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon.
I am proud to own the Trumpy beer, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always, rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh?
What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it.